What's up guys? In today's tutorial video, I'm going to be showing you the Marquee and the Lasso tools, which can be used to make selections in Photoshop. Let's get right into it. So here I've got my new file and I can drag and drop my stock image right in here to start editing. Now I chose this image because it has a couple of clean shapes to edit, those picture frames on the wall, as well as that circle and the star. So let's get right into it. The second tool at the very top of the toolbar is the Marquee tool, which you can find by it being a shape with the dotted lines. I'm going to show you guys the rectangular and the elliptical today. So using the rectangular Marquee tool, what you can do with it is click and drag in the area that you want to select, and then you can let go and you will have your selected area. Now you can do any edits you want in here. You can use the paintbrush, the eraser. You can add any of the other effects or adjustments you would want to. Now as you can see on the left, I didn't quite get it right. So what you can do is just click and drag to move your selected area. Now that I'm happy with it, I can erase it, make sure I'm selected on the right layer, and I can hit the delete key. We have an error because this layer is not directly editable. So what I'll have to do is right click and hit rasterize layer. This will turn it into directly editable pixels. Now I can hit the delete key and it's perfectly fine. Since I'm done with my selected area, I can use the hotkey Control D to deselect what I had there. Now you might be confused to see that it's just pure white in the area that we just deleted, but that's because we have a layer underneath it in the background here. I'm going to click the little eyeball and make it invisible, and now we can see, yes, it is transparent. We did edit that area. I'm also going to edit the other picture frames, and there we are. Now let's move on to the circle. I'm going to go up here and change over to the elliptical Marquee tool by clicking and holding on the icon. And just like the rectangular, you can click and drag to make your selection. Now with this one, I do want to select a perfect circle because that's what we have there. So what you can do is while you're making your selection, hold the shift key and it will keep it fixed at a perfect circle. Now we can see I'm a little bit off here. So I'll make my selection in about the right size, I think, and then I'll drag it over. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I'll go ahead and delete that as well. Now the last thing we're going to erase is the star, which obviously won't get easily covered by the rectangle or the elliptical Marquee. So let's change over to the Lasso. It's the third tool from the top here. And we have two main versions, being the regular Lasso, which if I click and drag is just simply exactly where my mouse goes. And as I make my full outline, it's not very precise. So we're going to deselect that and use the other version, the polygonal Lasso tool. This tool creates a selection based on where you click and it will make a line between them. So you can click and create your shape around the star, making your own custom shape. And when you get to the end, we can see that when I hover over the origin, it will have a little circle on the cursor to signify that when I click, it'll complete the shape. And we can see there, it completed it and made my selection. And now I delete it. And now I can do whatever I want with this cutout area. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put some images in that area I cut out. So instead of having to perfectly size my image to be, what I can do is bring it in here and go over to my layers panel and just drag it underneath. Doesn't look quite right. Let me just resize it a little bit. There we go. Very nice. So now you know how to use the Marquee and Lasso to make nice clean edged selections, to cut stuff out and otherwise edit them. It's a very useful tool to make your life easier, make it look a whole lot better with a whole lot less effort. Please leave a comment if you have any questions. I love answering you guys. It genuinely is the best part of making videos like these. I'll see you in the next one. Adios.